Right now, as you watch this video, your brain is deleting your memories. Not by accident, not because it's broken, on purpose. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why forgetting might be the smartest thing your brain does. Let's start with a question. What did you have for lunch 2 Tuesdays ago? Unless something unusual happened that day, you have no idea. That memory existed. Your brain recorded it, and then it threw it away. For a long time, scientists thought forgetting was a failure, a glitch in the system. But research over the past 2 decades has flipped that idea completely. Forgetting isn't a bug, it's a feature. Here's the thing, your brain takes in an enormous amount of information every single day. The sights on your commute, every word of every conversation, the texture of your shirt. If you stored all of it permanently with equal importance, you'd have a serious problem. Not a storage problem, a retrieval problem. Imagine trying to find one useful file in a library where every book, receipt, and napkin ever created was shelved with equal care. Finding anything would take forever. So your brain does something ruthless. Every night while you sleep, it acts like an editor. It strengthens the memories that seem important. Things tied to strong emotions, things you've repeated, things connected to what you already know. And it weakens the rest. Neuroscientists call part of this process synaptic pruning. Connections between neurons that don't get used grow weaker, and eventually, the memory becomes unreachable. And this is where it gets interesting. Forgetting doesn't just save space, it makes you smarter. Think about what a lesson actually is. If you touch a hot stove, the useful memory isn't the exact date, the exact kitchen, or what song was playing. The useful memory is the general rule. Hot stoves burn. Your brain deliberately blurs the specific details so the general pattern can shine through. That's called generalization. And it's the foundation of learning. A brain that remembered everything perfectly would be trapped in specifics, unable to see patterns. There's actually a famous case study about this. A Russian journalist named Solomon Cherishevsky had a nearly perfect memory. He could memorize endless lists of numbers and recall them decades later. Sounds like a superpower, right? It was closer to a curse. He struggled to recognize faces, because every tiny change, a new expression, different lighting, made a face look like a brand new one to him. He drowned in details. His brain couldn't zoom out. Your forgetful brain, on the other hand, zooms out constantly, and it's making judgment calls about what matters using a few simple rules. Rule 1. Emotion equals importance. That's why you remember embarrassing moments from 10 years ago, but not what you did last Wednesday. Your brain flags emotional events as survival relevant. Rule 2. Repetition equals importance. Anything you revisit gets reinforced. This is exactly why cramming the night before an exam fails, but spacing your studying over days works. Every time you return to information, you're telling your brain, keep this one. Rule 3, connection equals importance. New information that links to things you already know gets woven into the existing web and survives. Isolated facts float away. So, can you use this? Absolutely. If you want to remember something, stop trying to force it in and start giving your brain the signals it's actually listening for. Space out your learning instead of cramming. Connect new ideas to things you already understand. And if you can attach a little emotion or a vivid image to something, a weird mental picture, a story, it sticks dramatically better. Memory athletes, the people who memorize decks of cards in minutes, don't have special brains. They just convert boring information into vivid, emotional, connected images. They work with a delete system instead of against it. One last thing, and it might be the most surprising. Forgetting also protects your mental health. Painful memories naturally lose their sharp edges over time as your brain softens the details. People whose brains struggle to do this can end up reliving trauma at full intensity. The gentle fate of bad memories isn't weakness, It's healing, built right into your biology. So the next time you forget where you put your keys, don't insult your brain. It's not failing. It's running one of the most sophisticated editing systems in the known universe, deciding every single night what version of your life is worth keeping. If you enjoyed this, there's a lot more where that came from. Subscribe, because next time we're answering an even stranger question. Why does time feel like it speeds up as you get older? Trust me, the answer will change how you think about your own life. See you in the next one.